on the face of the exam. Just exams are nearing by. Almost how many days now? 15-20 days remaining. And our target for today means today's session is how to score 60 plus in CIB exam. Now why are we speaking about 60 plus only? Why not 50? Why not 100? Why not this? Because here, if you are here and if you have not started, then you definitely have a chance of getting 60 plus within these coming days also. Because 100 means 80 plus is very difficult now, and the minimum requirement is 50 plus. So you can definitely try for 60 plus within coming 15-20 days, and it's possible. Okay, how to do it means what will be the advantage of this CIB? Many of you already know, but how to do it, we'll cover it over here. Okay, before going ahead, I would suggest download Adda 24/7 app on your mobile. In this app, you will be getting all the premium study materials, current affairs, job alerts, daily quizzes, subject-wise quizzes, magazines, power capsules, notes and articles, and live video lectures. Now, live video lectures will include two things. One is live classes, and also if you miss out some class due to some banking pressure, banking job, because you know our banking job nowadays is not up to that 10 to 5 jobs, right? Banks are up to now 8 o'clock, almost 8 o'clock at least, many of the banks. So that's why you might miss some class someday. If you miss some class someday, so we have the recorded sessions as well. Now what's the use of CR? What do we need for CIB basically? We need live classes, we need notes, and we need practice tests. So all the things are over here. Okay, so that's why I would suggest download this. Also subscribe to Officers Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. In this channel you will be getting all the updates regarding CIB, all the latest updates. Do you know the new portion of May 23? What is the new portion? We have covered a video also in this. Okay, this 77% off is going on all the Mahapacks. Go for it immediately. Okay, use the code Y432. Never forget this code. Okay, yeah. Firstly, before starting or before going to the topic, first you must know how many days are remaining, isn't it? So today is what, Sunday, right? And what is the date? 6th, I think so. 6th, yeah. So 21st is your first ABM exam. So you have roughly how many days? 15 days roughly. Yeah, 15 days. So within 15 days you have to cover ABM. Okay, so how will we be doing how will we going about it? Okay, I'll tell you that also. Secondly, 4th December CIB BFM you are having it. 10th December that optional subject. Remember, always I would always suggest you to go for the kill immediately. Why go for the kill? Because after December 22, the exam which you will be getting is May 23. And what's there in May 23? Many of you now know it, right? In May 23, the portion is changing. Right now you are having ABM BFM, and in May 23 you will be having what? How many of you type fast in the comment section? How many subjects are there in ABM BFM? Yes, fast. How many how many subjects are there in May 23? Okay, let's get this live session. Okay, live means live updates from you. How many subjects are there in May 23 exam? Compulsory ones. Okay, ABM, type fast in the comment section. BFM, yes, and what are the two new subjects? ABFM, and last one is legal. We call it. Means there is a big name for that, but we generally call it legal, isn't it? So you are having what? ABFM. What is ABFM? Advanced Business and Financial Management. Now, Advanced Business and Financial Management means what? This is related more to business, less of banking. So that's why, and that's a compulsory subject. So that is a compulsory subject plus legal. Okay. So legal also means similar to that what you had in JAIIB plus additional part. So that's why I'm saying portion is changing and you are having 4 compulsory subjects in May 23. What are the electives? Type fast in the electives. What are the electives in May 23? Yes. Is there a retail elective? Simple question I'll ask you. Is there a retail elective in May 23? Yes or no? Type fast in the comment section. Yes or no? Is there a retail elective in this May 23? No, 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 no. Correct. Here, right? You are not having retail. You are having rural, then you are having central banking, then risk management, IT, right? And one more, means there's nothing called as retail over there. Now the problem over here is retail is one of the simplest electives to clear. Okay, that's why I'm saying, and 99% of you bankers take retail only. So that's why I would suggest go for the kill right now only, December 22 only. Clear the exam here only. Okay, because what happens, this new portion is good. I have seen that portion and it's good basically for the banking career. But firstly you have to clear CIB. Once you clear CIB, then you can go for the knowledge enhancement later also, isn't it? So the problem is over here now. Problem is 21st November. Immediately now, it's very few days left, right? The game is starting now. So you need to study. Now, how did we prepare for this? Okay, see this. I'm creating a new YouTube series from tomorrow. So what is that series? See here, there was a huge success for my earlier series, which was regarding the selection batch. Okay, means we had covered all the this one-liners and few numericals for ABM and BFM. We have covered all these. Means one-liners means almost everything was covered in this, including ABM module ABCD, BFM module ABCD. Okay, so cracker series that was. Now after the success of that, for these 15-20 days for ABM and remaining 7 days for BFM, and the third one is for retail. Okay, I'll be covering the CIB Master Revision series for November December. I'll be covering all the important aspects. See here, whatever we can within 16 days. Okay, for ABM, and whatever we can for BFM. See here, 16 days fully won't be allotted to ABM, isn't it? What I will try to do is go for ABM at the end, so that it is afresh, and some part of BFM I'll be starting from tomorrow itself, Monday 8:30. Okay, so when is this series? It is starting from Monday 7/11/2022 8:30 p.m. Okay, it's on a daily basis, same time. If there is any change in the timings, you will be informed. Means YT series immediately informs you. It covers all the important aspects in short. Now that is important, in short. Do you think CIB, ABM or BFM portion can be completed within 15-20 days, and that also half an hour series? Will it be completed? Practically no. So what we have to do? We have to go for these power capsules, right? For the short notes, for the important ones, where you can directly hit the target and get at least 60%. Okay, so we'll be covering all the important aspects in that YT series. Also, we will be starting with some other sessions also, like short batches, case study batches. We'll be starting for that also. Okay, so they also will come up. So guidance on how to approach the paper. Now this part is very important. See here, one important part about this CIB exam is, it's not only knowledge which is required to you, it's also how to approach the paper. See here, CIB paper has two aspects. Always, any CIB paper will have two aspects. One, knowledge. Of course, knowledge should be there. I'll write it over here. Knowledge. And second is approach. Okay, how to approach the paper. That is also very important. Approach means what's here? If you have complete knowledge of, let's say you have studied a lot for last 3 months and now you are through, then your approach will be very positive. Okay, and you will be easily able to guess the papers. You have followed our series earlier, you have followed our classes also, which the paid classes were there, live classes. So your approach will be very positive and you will find the paper as very easy. Now the problem is, suppose if anybody has not started up till now, then the knowledge part is almost to the verge of almost 10 to 15%, because based on your practical knowledge in your banking, whatever you can, you'll answer that. So that's the point about knowledge over here. So what happens now, if you have not studied up till now, then the problem for you will be the knowledge part. Then the second part comes in picture, approach. If you have lesser knowledge, and then how should be your approach? Okay, so that part also we'll be covering in this YT series. Okay, because what's the importance of approach in if you have lesser knowledge and more knowledge? Here, if you have more knowledge, if you have covered 3 months, complete study has been done, but if you are afraid in the exam, okay, then what happens? Whatever you know also vanishes at the exam time. So how to approach the paper. And second point is, if you have lesser knowledge but your approach is positive, calm, more secure, okay, so in that case what will happen, you will be able to get at least 10 to 15 marks more. Why? Because your approach is positive, your approach is calm, your approach is serene, okay. So that's why follow this YT series from 8:30 tomorrow, 7/11/2022, CAIIB Master Revision Series for November-December 22 exams, okay. Second, we are also having this important part. See this. We are also starting with this new batch. This batch is now, follow this batch also, short term batch, very fast case study batch, okay, bilingual. So CIB ABM BFM retail 150 case study batch, 2022 December, bilingual. This live classes by Adda 21st, batch starts 21st November, okay. So why join this batch? Firstly, it is very fast batch, number one. Number two, all the case studies will be covered, right? Now what is the importance of case studies in CIB? Everyone knows. See here, roughly you get around, see here, roughly 8 to 10 case studies you get, roughly 8, at least 8 nowadays. 8 case studies into 5 marks, you get it as 40. So your passing is 50. 40 marks are covered from here itself. And once you are through in the case studies, one important part about case studies is, see this, one very important part about case studies is, once you are through in the case studies, okay, these one-liners means 1 mark I'll call it, okay, one-liners I call this generally. One-liners means 1 mark questions. Many of the one-liners or 1 mark questions are based on the case studies. Means these are separate from the case studies. They will come as a separate question. For example, I'll give you, okay, in ABM, okay, once you know the case study on all those statistical part, this correlation, regression, okay, there will be one-liner on, let's say, what is known as the standard error, okay, standard error. So standard error for finite and infinite population, this will be a 1 mark question. Now once you follow the case study batch, in case study it is already covered. So this 1 mark, for this 1 mark, you need not study separately, okay. Similarly, many other cases also, in BFM also, you follow the case study of any CRAR calculation. So many of the one-liners, like what is the difference between tier 1 and tier 2 capital. So once you get this tier 1 and tier 2 capital, for studying this tier 1 and tier 2 capital, if you follow the case studies, it's enough, okay. So one-liners here, I'll write it tier 1, tier 2. What is the difference between this tier 1 and 2? So that is same, that will be covered under this case study batch only. You need not study separately, right? So that's why this case study batch is important. Remember, case studies are not important from the only 5 marks perspective. Many of the 1 marks questions do arise from the case studies also, okay. So one-liners are important in case studies. What is the other importance of case studies? See this, all these one-liners done. Theory. Now many of us think that theory and problems are separate in BFM and ABM, okay, but it's not so. Once you are clear in the case studies, once you are clear in the problems, okay, then theory automatically starts moving ahead in your mind, at the back of your mind, because all the problems, all the case studies will be based on the theory only. So you need not study separately again theory. So that's why case study batch is very important. Means, suppose if I ask you about tier 1 and tier 2 only, suppose if I go for this BFM case study of calculation of CRAR calculations. For CRAR calculations, to cover the case study, you should know what is the theory behind it, what does RBI say about it, what does Basel say about it, okay. So that theory is automatically covered in the case study batches, okay. So this is important part is what now about this case study batches. One is one-liners, all this. Second is theory, okay. And thirdly, approach. Again in this batch, approach will be given to you. Approach means how to approach the paper, how to see the paper, how to follow the paper. Means, for example, I'll give you an example regarding approach, okay. Many times what happens in CIB, suppose if we don't know one question, what do? We go and stick to that question. Why can't I find that? Why can't I find that answer? and at the back of our mind, the same thing starts running running at the back of our mind, stating that why can't I solve that question, and that creates a hindrance for the next question. That is point number one. So how to approach that? Secondly, should I approach one liners first or should I approach case studies first in the bank, in the exam? So that will also be told to you, because after all, see here, if you clear 5 marks and almost 7-8 case studies, so the chances of your passing are very high, right? So that's why, should I approach case studies first or should I approach one liners first? Should I approach theory first or should I approach numericals first? Okay, all these things, all these three parts will be covered to you in the this case study batches. There will be 1 or 2 case study batches coming up, so all of them will be covered over here, all these aspects. Now about Adda 24/7 professors, they are totally professionals, including me. For example, I myself have taken more than 25 batches. Okay, I have worked in various institutions like Citigroup and DBS. Okay, the guys are trustworthy over here. Trustworthy means you can trust them for the marks. See here, your target over here right now at the last moment is marks only. Okay, I know many of the bankers might say we get knowledge from CAIIB. Many of the theoretical persons might say knowledge is important. Forget it. Everything is okay. Knowledge is important. But what's important is clearing CAIIB and increments, right? Increments. That's important, right? 2 increments. So after all, money is what it counts. Okay. So these guys are trustworthy. We are trustworthy over here. You can definitely bank on us for the marks over here. So join these batches. Also, proven track record. You can check the earlier credentials. You can check the earlier students, and they'll tell you what is the track record of our Adda 24/7. Remember, it's the only platform now available for JAIIB and CAIIB throughout India. Okay, which is trustworthy and which has a pan-India involvement. Okay, so proven track record and friendly and empathetic means what? If you face any problem in the batches, if you can't understand anything, we and as well as others also, myself and others, we go back to that problem and see to it every student understands whatever has been taught. Okay, so friendly and empathetic. So that is important now. So that's why, see here, what do we need? Knowledge. You can definitely get it easily if the provider or the professor or the teacher, or I would say no, there's no teacher actually at the senior level, right? We are just the passers of the knowledge, isn't it? Because you and us, almost everyone is working at the same level. We all have worked in the banks only. Okay, so we are not teachers actually at the senior level. Means that is called as andragogy, pedagogy and andragogy, right? Peda means small students, and andra means we as the senior guys. So here there is no teacher as such. Okay, so what is we over here are just the passers, like the stream of the river, stream of the water. We just pass this knowledge over here. So that's why all of them are friendly and empathetic over here. Now, some other aspects other than this class and other than this YT series, how will you utilize your own time? That is also important. See here, because what happens if I teach you everything and you don't have time, then how will you pass? How will you revise? Okay, so how to utilize the time? How to, I would say, rob the time? That is very important. See here, time is not available to anyone in this world. Okay, you have to rob the time. That is important from your daily schedule. Only then can you succeed in your life. So how to rob the time? See this. Read JRs available on your bank employee portal. So your bank employee portal itself will be having various GRs which come from the RBI. So try to read all the GRs. All means not all. Read the heading. Is it important for you? That much you will understand now. Is it important for you or isn't it important for you? Okay. Read the GR or at least the main portion of that GR. Okay, that's very important, because what happens, reading the complete GR from which comes from RBI, it takes almost 3 to 4 pages. Many GRs are for 4 pages. So how will you read that much? Go only for the headings part and only for the main portion. You can definitely, when you run your eyes through that GR, you can definitely judge what is the important part and what is not important. Follow IIBF vision. IIBF Vision is very important document which IIBF sends to each and every student, each and every member of IIBF. So follow that. Latest updates of banking sector are given in that. Some of the questions in CIB are also asked from that IIBF Vision. Okay, so follow that. Study early in the morning. Now this habit is the best habit for you to rob the time. If you get up at 7, get up at 5 for at least how many days? 1 month max, right? Get up at 5. Study for 2 hours. Because remember, morning studies are the best studies. Your mind is fresh. You can definitely grasp more. Okay? So study early in the morning as much as possible. If not possible, you can study at night also whenever you are going for, means it depends on your situation, and it's, after all, it's a customized situation, right? Somebody might be having the timing in the morning, somebody might be having it at night, but it's always preferable to study in the morning. If not, you can definitely study at other times also. Okay, but do study, that's important. At least give 1 hour or 2 hours, 1 to 2 hours at least for remaining these 15-20 days. Okay, study in the weekend with full efforts and dedication, and utilize weekends. Here, weekends, don't go for some film, this Kantara, Ram Setu, all these films which have come up, big good movies, right? And 1 or 2 might be coming it next. Don't go for them for 1 month. Okay, I'm not against the movies. Okay, but the point is, I'm for CIB exam. Don't go for the exams. Don't go for these movies. Don't go for hoteling for 1 or 2 weeks. Okay, isn't it? Also, don't try to remove WhatsApp groups as much as possible for at least 1 month. See here, it's not important for you to answer every message on the WhatsApp, isn't it? In a group, if somebody says something about, let's say, the favorite hero, favorite politician of yours, you immediately go and write this, blah blah blah. Why is it required? It's not required. Don't answer every message on the WhatsApp. Don't look at WhatsApp on the daily basis. Okay, or not daily, in fact, minute wise basis. Okay, try to avoid for some time. Focus on your goal. Your goal is CIB. After 1 month, you have full all this WhatsApp, YouTube, everything. You are having it over there only. Okay, so nothing will go. Everything will be there only. Okay, important is your CIB. So study in the weekends with full efforts, dedication. Utilize weekends. Don't go for any outings for weekends. Then, if your job is far away from home, study while traveling. This is very important, because what happens, many of us as a bankers, we get shifted somewhere. Okay, means so what happens in that case, we have to travel 1 or 2 hours. 1 hour, generally we travel 1 hour from here and there. Okay, because we can't shift our base or our family immediately if I get transferred somewhere, right? So in that case, what do? We travel for 1 or 2 hours. Generally, I've seen that. So what I would suggest is, whenever you are traveling in the bus, train, or anywhere, okay, try to read in that vehicle itself. If you are not driving, of course. If you are not driving, if you are driving, then don't do that. Okay. Then if you are not driving, try to read it during in that bus, whatever vehicle you are traveling. Okay, because that will save your time and that will rob the time. Okay, so that is very important for you. So again, before going, I would suggest this 77% off is going on all the Mahapacks everywhere. All the materials which are available, these offs are going on. So go for it immediately. I'll show you how to go for Adda 24/7. This 77% off. Okay, go to Adda 24/7 live. So this I'll show you live now. Let's go to Adda 24/7 live. Hold on. Yeah. And also I'll tell you the importance about the code. Okay, Y432. So this, go to Adda 24/7 live. Now we are on Adda 24/7. Go over here, JAIIB and CIB. See the JAIIB and CIB. Now we'll get all these JAIIB CIB 22 bilingual, CIB November December, JAIIB CIB Mahapack, English batch, November December English batch, right? JAIIB and CIB. So you can click on this. I'll show you about Mahapack. This is one of the best features available, Mahapacks. Okay, in Mahapacks you get all the batches. You get all the batches, as well as all the short batches, long batches, all the notes, everything you get it. Now click on this CAIIB ka Mahapack. Look at this. Now the fees you might be seeing it 32. Forget the fees right now. Okay, 32,999. Don't immediately skip. Okay. See this. What are the advantages in this Mahapack? You'll get all the 4 plus batches of ABM, 3 plus batches of BFM, 3 plus batches of retail banking. You read it at your ease. Complete, go through everything. See this. These call center numbers are given. So for you to contact immediately if you have any query. Okay. 500 plus classes are available. See this, case study batches are there. Highly experienced faculties. That's what I am saying. 24/7 recorded videos are available. So that's what I am saying. Go for it immediately. And now let's come to the fees part, because after all money is very important. 32,999. You'll say, sir, fees isn't it huge for 1 month? No, go for offers then. Click on the offers. Okay. In offers, what are you seeing now? See this, Y432. Put this code. Now see what happens. Apply. See this. Now the fees of 32,999 reduced to 7,589. 77% off. Go for it immediately. 75 means 32,999 reduces to 7,589, 77% off. Do you get any off like this on any channel or any platform anywhere? No, right? And once you clear CAIIB, in how many months? In how many months will you recover this? Roughly your increment is minimum 1,000, isn't it? 1,000 is for the freshers. Then afterward it goes on increasing up to 1,200, 1,400 something, right? So even if you consider minimum, you'll be recovering this in how many? 7-8 months, isn't it? So 7-8 months if you are recovering this, then what's the harm? And for lifetime you are getting the remaining all these increments, right? So go for it immediately. Now again I'll come back for the December 2022 portion, May 23 portion. Try to clear the exam within this December 2022 only. Why? Because in May 23 you will be having something new, right? One sec. So in May 23 what you will be having is new portion, all the 4 new subjects. Also one important part I'll tell you about May 23, what is going to happen. There is a negative marking, okay? Negative marking in May 23, which you are not having right now, okay? Secondly, electives are different, okay? Specialized electives I will call you, okay? Specialized means all that rural, IT, risk, nothing as generalized like retail over here, okay? And third, 4 compulsory papers, 4, okay? Watch our YT series over here, we have covered it, okay? 4 compulsory papers. What are the 4 compulsory? I have just told you, and we have covered in details in one of the videos earlier, okay? So go for it, and I would suggest go for these batches immediately. Follow my YT series which is coming up from tomorrow, and clear CAIIB with 60+%. So best of luck. Use this code Y432. Never forget this code, okay? So best of luck, and I'll be back tomorrow with the series. So let's meet there. Bye.